Hello and welcome back to Futbol Mundial, where Pat and I journey out of Europe to see what the footballing world is up to.
Yes, and on our radar today is a former Premier League legend winding down his career in Indonesia and the introduction of our one to watch section, so stay tuned.
We begin this week's episode on an uplifting note as Brazilian club Chapecoense won their first international cup match following the horrific plane crash that claimed 71 lives. Reinaldo and Luis Antonio scored the goals as they beat Venezuelan side Zulia 2-1, prompting emotional scenes.
And as if away days aren't hard enough, it took the club 30 hours to get there, as they chose not to charter a plane and instead take several connections. The win over the Primera División runners-up secures them 3 vital points in a group that also contains Nacional and Lanús. Vamos Chape!
Staying in Brazil, we go from the inspiring to the dumbfounding as convicted murderer and former Flamengo goalkeeper Bruno was released 7 years into his 22-year sentence.
Yes, Bruno was found guilty of planning the murder of his former girlfriend and mother of his child, Elisa Samudio, but apparently his lawyers found a loophole regarding his original conviction, leading to his temporary release. Now he subsequently has signed for second division side Boa Esporte.
Understandably, Esporte's decision to sign him was met with fury in Brazil, and 3 of the club's major sponsors immediately cut ties. But chairman Rafael Gomes Silva Xavier said he has served his sentence and deserves another chance. He sanctioned the murder of a young woman whilst his son watched on. I think he's beyond the realms of second chances, to be honest.
Bruno called his 7 years in prison a learning curve, not a punishment, and made all sorts of other pleasant statements such as, "I paid dearly, and if I was given life imprisonment, it wouldn't bring the victim back." Well, he's easy to empathise with, isn't he? Let's hope justice prevails and this monster is put back in his cage.
Our next story takes us from South America to Indonesia, where Persib Bandung have completed the league's biggest ever signing.
Bandung. That's right, the 2014 champions, I think we all knew that, have secured former Chelsea and Real Madrid star Michael Essien until the end of the season, with an option for a further 12 months should the 34-year-old prove his fitness. Chris, this is the good news story Indonesian football has needed for some time, isn't it?
Yes, it is, mate. Persib are actually the incumbent champions, having won it back in 2014, as you said, as the last 2 league seasons were actually suspended by FIFA following evidence of a match-fixing scandal. And those boys know a cheat when they see one, that's for sure.
Satirical. Time for Fans Corner, and our next story comes from Twitter user Pablo Guzman, who notified us of a referee strike in the Liga MX, resulting in 0 games this coming weekend, which is mierda.
There we go, assimilating. The decision comes from the referees union following a high-profile incident during the week, where Club America's Paulo Aguilla and Toluca's Enrique Triverio both received their marching orders for threatening match officials. Naughty boys.
I'm on board with that. The pair were banned for 10 and 8 matches respectively, according to Fox News, who, as we know, are always fair when it comes to dealing with Mexicans. But the union still decided to go ahead with the strike. The expectation is that they will return next week. Let's hope so, or Futbol Mundial is going to be boring.
Time for our one to watch, and this week it's Boca Juniors' Rodrigo Bentancur, who has clocked up 12 appearances in the Argentinian Primera Division this season, collecting 2 assists in the process, Pato.
As part of the Carlos Tevez deal, Juventus had first option on the youngster, and Giuseppe Marotta said the old lady planned to exercise it in 2017. And it's not surprising given his current influence on games. 50 passes, 3 long balls, 3 tackles and 3 interceptions every match.
That's all action, isn't it, mate?
It is all action.
All action. And he's expected to cost in the region of €9.4 million, but with the likes of Pjanic, Khedira, Marquisio, Xhaka and Mattiello before him in the pecking order, we'll probably see him farmed out on loan.
We head north for our final story, where MLS side LA Galaxy are desperately trying to lure Manchester United's Zlatan Ibrahimovic stateside. This move follows the exit of 101-goal striker Robbie Keane and midfielder Steven Gerrard.
Yes, bud, his ego is definitely big enough to fill the 2 designated player slots remaining, that's for sure. But with good reason too. The 35-year-old Swede has already surpassed 25 goals in all apps this season, and with just 6 months left on his current deal, agent and fat Tony lookalike Mino Raiola is shopping his star asset around for one last payday.
Understandably, United are keen to extend his £11 million per year deal for another season, but the LA club, backed by American entertainment giants AEG, are reportedly keen to make him the highest paid player in MLS history, on £15 million a season over 2 years.
To give you some perspective, the average wage out there is about $316k per year, and it's almost 3 times that of current record holder Orlando's Ballon d'Or winning Kaká. Bastard. That is a lot of money.
But will he go? Let us know what you think in the comments below.
That's it for another episode of Futbol Mundial, guys. But next time round, we want your footage of either, derby games, fans on the way to matches, your post-match analysis, so we can show that in Fans Corner.
Yeah, mate. Yeah. Big time. Serious content.
Serious content. And as ever, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe.
Catch you next time. Adios.
Amigos.
Look at you man-spreading, mate. It's out of control. Do you just have the widest dick in the world?
Yeah, such a f***ing show.